don't even know how to explain the difference in the feeling. What's up, boys? I got a surprise. I finally got some parts. I literally just put out a video yesterday saying that I was going to work on the FD to sell it, but this comes first. It always is going to come first. I got wastegates, or actuators, however you want to call them. I think they're called actuators when they're contained within the turbo housing. I think they're wastegates if they're on like the exhaust manifold. It's Arashi, I think is how you say it. So the reason why you don't want to stick with stock wastegates, which I was going to, I thought that was fine, and with a boost controller like AEM, you can hit 22 pounds, but you can't stay there. So like, I have stock OEM td04 wastegates on there now. I can hit 18, 19 pounds right now. It's not turned all the way up. I should be around 22, 23 once I get dynoed, but as soon as I hit it, it immediately falls off. Like I'll hit it for like 10 seconds and then it starts to creep back down. It's because these are only, 8-pound springs in there or whatever they come factory. And then you're trying to use a boost controller to trick it and it just can't stay there. So if you put like 15-pound springs in there, boost will at least be at 15 and then you can, it's hard to explain I guess, if you don't understand what I'm saying. That's why I went with these ones, because they come with a bunch of adjustable springs supposedly. Oh yeah, okay. I got a bunch of springs. Dude, I am pumped about this. Yeah, this is the rear. So we're gonna try to do the front one first. Dude, that is sick. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to try to adjust these in the car, I think, but I'm gonna have to do it. So you wanna adjust these to where it forces it closed. So like you wanna get them on there to where it's loose and then do like one turn to where like it's tight so the actuator stays closed, or the wastegate, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm gonna have to look up and see what size springs to put in here. Can't believe it didn't come with like any instructions at all. Got a new sticker though. Alright, let me look up and see what springs what. I remember I took a screenshot of all their springs because it tells you like pink is 20, this is that, and then you can like mix and match if you want like this might be 5, this might be 20, you put both of these together, that makes 25. Okay, I forgot to turn the camera back on. I took this all apart. It's really simple. I'll just show you real quick. So like this goes on there like that, then that goes on there, and then you force it down and screw it all together. So I went with these ones over any other ones because they came with all the different springs. I'm pretty sure Jared said to make sure I got 14-pound springs, which it didn't come with any paperwork. I got a screenshot. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. There's a bunch of different colors you can mix and match to make what you want. And right now, it looks like it's set to 16 pounds with the gray and the red. If Jared's okay with me just leaving it at 16 minimum, I'm just going to leave them the way they came. But, yeah, I'm waiting on him to text me back, because I'm not going to be able to open these up once they're in the car. You know what I mean? I need to set them at whatever PSI he wants me to have the springs at now, and then it's going to be a pain to get down in there and do it. I'll get you guys a better shot here in a minute, but you got 2 bolts there and you got that little pin that I'm going to have to pull out. Dude, it's so weird to me how simple this stuff is, and people charge so much money. Like, this is a good quality product. A lot of people run these. They got good reviews and everything, but I mean, it's like, what do you think this costs to make? Not even $5, and they're like 250 bucks or something. Okay, got a hold of Jared. He said that's fine. Let's put these back together. These are not gonna be fun to put back together, I can tell you that. Because you gotta like hold 16 pounds as you're trying to put them back together. Let's get this other one off and put them side by side and see what they look like. So right there is the front one, and it hooks right there. So I gotta pull that pin out, and then there's 2 bolts on the bottom of that wastegate and a vacuum line. I'm not gonna be able to record it. I'll just bring it back and show you what it looks like once I get it off. They're pretty close. It's just too hard to tell. Try to get this lined up perfectly. Let's try to get it in there. I'm just adjusting it so it's all the way closed. Because once you bolt it on, you can't really adjust it anymore. It's been hours. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I've always been honest with you guys about everything else. There's no way you can adjust these in the car. I don't care what anyone says. Like, you might be able to get it close. I mean, it would be forever and ever, because you need this to stay super tight, and it's like a half a turn at a time. Then you can move this whole arm, and unless you like pull your radiator out, you're not doing the front one. And the back one's going to be even worse because it's on the bottom. So I know there's a bunch of people that are like, oh yeah, I did them in the car. I'm pretty sure even on their website it says you can just put them on. If you just put them on right out of the box, there's play. There's a little bit of play in there, and it's going to leak exhaust gas. You're not going to spool as fast or as hard. And the reason why it's been hours is because I forgot that I had turbos. I've been trying to do that front one in the car for probably a good 3 hours. And then I remembered that I had my old ones. So I set them up on my old ones, and now there's no play in there. Because every time I did it, this would jiggle just a little bit inside the car, which means that that was letting exhaust gas out, which I mean, I guess it depends on how picky you are. If you don't care about spool time, then just throw them in your car, I guess. I don't know. All right, front one is on. It's done, as far as I believe. It's tight as I can get it, and still be able to get the bolts in without having it like sit on a bench. This is just turning into like a normal automotive YouTuber video. Like I can't really like record me doing it. So it's like just turning into the whole, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then the next clip is it done, because I can't record me doing it. Like I already kind of showed you before. You just gotta do this in the car. Get your old ones off, put your new ones on. But you kind of need turbos on your bench to line these up and get them all perfect. There's really no other way. So I'm gonna start doing this rear one. It's gonna be a pain to get off, for sure. Probably even more to get back on because it's on the bottom. Okay, this side will be a little bit easier to get the actuator itself off, like the spring thing. But to get the like metal rod off the bottom of the turbo is gonna be a pain. Because XS Boost put, instead of just like a normal cotter key or something, they put like a 3 bend thing in there so they could never like accidentally fall off. Which I mean is good if you weren't ever gonna change your wastegates. Got it off. I'm bleeding all over the place. Busted my knuckles like 100 times. This is what the hardest part to do is on the car, is get this perfect. Cause see, you can get it to where it's loose. The best way to tell is if this thing spins, it's too loose. So you can get it on there like that, and then once you actually have pressure on it, it won't spin no more. But every time I got it in the car, I could hear that this thing would move, because you could jiggle it. Once there's pressure on it, it can't jiggle. Which I mean, I guess you could keep doing it for hours and hours and hours. Let's try to get this on. Yeah, I'm gonna need a cotter key, and I should probably put something on there so it can't back off. Alright, I didn't do this on the front one yet because I can reach the front one. But since this is on upside down, I can't reach it. This is what XS Boost did. They just put red silicone so it can't back off. I'm just putting a drop, because if I ever have to adjust it for some reason, I won't have to grind the whole damn thing. This one should be a lot easier to line up. By the way, I got like screwdrivers and tools all over the engine bay, and bolts. I think there's like 2 bolts down in my fan I gotta get out. Today's just been like one of those days. This is supposed to be super easy. 2 bolts and a pin has turned into an all-day process, and me super cranky. I'm gonna have to put it on that pin first, then try to slide it up, because you're wanting to pull the spring back just so slightly to get it to pop into place. Okay, all the wastegates are on. Let me button this back up and we gotta go for a ride. Right now the boost controller is set to 15, but I got 16-pound wastegates. So if I go over, I don't know, we'll go up 1. If I go over 17 pounds of boost, we got a problem. So we'll take it out here in a second. Got everything back together. Let's take this thing out for a rip. According to Jared, these wastegates are gonna completely change the car. It's gonna hold boost a lot better, a lot longer. It's just gonna pull 100 times better. He says so I'm gonna drive like a completely different car after I do this. So let's get in it, take it out, see where we're at. thing warm up, and then we're gonna take it for a rip because we gotta hurry up. It's gonna start downpouring here in a minute. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. I'm not even joking. That thing just threw me back in the seat way harder than it's ever done before. That was like half throttle too. I just blew a thing off, I think. I have no idea what that was. I thought I blew a coupler or something off. I was like positive I just blew a coupler off. What the was that noise? Maybe that was fuel cut because I immediately jumped over 15 PSI? I don't know. Oh my god, dude, this thing rips though. It's breaking up in third gear. Is that just fuel cut because he has it set? I don't know, but this thing rips in second, I tell you that. Dude, it does build boost a lot differently. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, I don't even know how to explain the difference in the feeling. The wastegates are totally worth it. Yeah, it's breaking up once I make too much boost, obviously. But it's staying rich. Dude, that was just 20 PSI. I gotta quit. I'm gonna hurt something. Yeah, it was up in there. I was up at like 23. So that's why it's breaking up. Well, it's probably fucking with itself too because he has it set to only make 15 pounds. Those wastegates don't open up to 16 pounds. So it probably freaks out. It jumps to 20 real quick and then cuts. So I'm staying rich though, so it's not like I'm hurting anything. It's a completely different driving car though, I'll tell you that much. This car rips. Dude, these wastegates were the best decision ever. I complained about them and I was kind of cranky at the beginning of this video. It was all worth it. Get these wastegates. Jesus Christ. Have Jared like remote tune and go over it, just make sure it's all safe. But besides that, man, this thing rips. I thought maybe, cause I put zip ties. I don't know how well you guys can see, but I put zip ties on there so that wouldn't blow off. And the first time it broke up so bad, I thought I blew a coupler off or one of those off. I don't want to beat on it anymore until Jared tells me I'm good to go. That's crazy how wastegates change the whole way the car feels. Like, it just rips you back. Well, if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're new to the channel, this whole build, step by step, complete engine rebuild, everything is on my channel. Go check it out. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.